Thank you for opening the video. Smile Trouble Consultation Room. Have you ever had trouble getting up in the morning, or have symptoms such as dizziness, lightheadedness, or palpitations when you stand up? If you are currently suffering from orthostatic control disorder, what kind of treatment or self-care do you do? If your symptoms do not improve even after taking medicine or doing self-care, you need to collect information on the correct treatment. We also provide detailed information on how to cure orthostatic adjustment disorder, so please watch until the end. Human blood pressure, pulse, gastrointestinal movements, etc. are unconsciously regulated by the function of the autonomic nervous system. Orthostatic control disorder is one of the symptoms of autonomic nervous system imbalance, which occurs due to an imbalance in the autonomic nervous system. It is said to be more common in adolescent children. Some people find it difficult to wake up in the morning and do not go to school. Parents may also try to force their child to go to school by getting yelled at and getting angry, thinking that the child is lazy when the child does not wake up easily. Orthostatic control disorder causes the following symptoms to occur due to disturbances in the function of the autonomic nervous system. Symptoms include headache, dizziness, lightheadedness, anemia, palpitations, fatigue, difficulty waking up in the morning, feeling energetic from noon, and difficulty falling asleep at night. There are tests to check changes in blood pressure when you are sleeping and when you stand up, how long it takes for your blood pressure to return to normal, and your symptoms. As a general rule, lie down on a bed or other surface and rest for 10 minutes. Then, your heart rate and blood pressure will be measured 3 times. Then stand for 10 minutes. Finally, it measures your heart rate and blood pressure every few minutes and records changes. This allows us to diagnose whether or not you have an orthostatic dysregulation disorder, and what type of orthostatic dysregulation disorder you have. The diagnosis is made using the method described above, excluding other diseases such as iron deficiency anemia and hyperthyroidism. Things to keep in mind are to exercise moderately, avoid staying up late, lead a regular lifestyle, and keep an eye on water and salt intake. If you are feeling lightheaded, be careful not to stand up suddenly. Medications may also be used if you collapse when standing up, or if you are unable to get up in the morning and your daily life is disrupted. Drug therapy uses drugs that constrict blood vessels and prevent a drop in blood pressure. If a child is unable to go to school due to orthostatic adjustment disorder, psychosocial stress may compound and the symptoms may become more severe, so counseling may be necessary. As a common story, some of you may have seen a student get sick during an all-school assembly when they were standing together and listening to the teacher's talk. Is it? Symptoms such as feeling lightheaded and feeling unwell after standing for a long period of time, or feeling unwell and collapsing when suddenly getting up from a sleeping position are symptoms of cerebral anemia due to orthostatic control disorder. When you stand for a long time or get up from a sleeping position, gravity reduces blood flow to the brain and causes more blood to flow toward your lower extremities. It is generally said that calf muscle strength is important for blood flow to the brain. Calf muscle strength acts as a pump, and by tightening calf muscle strength, it constricts blood vessels and prevents too much blood flow to the lower limbs, reducing blood flow to the brain. It prevents. I think that calf muscle strength is important, but when considering the causes of orthostatic control disorder, it is important to consider the imbalance of the autonomic nervous system. As I mentioned earlier, human blood pressure, pulse, and gastrointestinal movements are unconsciously regulated by the function of the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system consists of the sympathetic nervous system, which becomes active when we are active, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which becomes active when we are resting. When you exercise, your sympathetic nervous system activates and your heart beats faster. When you take a break, the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in and your heart beats slower. Blood pressure and gastrointestinal movements are also unconsciously adjusted by the autonomic nervous system to suit the environment. Therefore, people who have an imbalance in their autonomic nervous system will experience symptoms of autonomic nervous imbalance. Blood vessels in the legs constrict, raising blood pressure and allowing blood to flow to the upper body. When the balance of the autonomic nervous system is disrupted when standing, blood vessels in the lower body do not constrict sufficiently, resulting in a decrease in blood supply to the upper body. The diencephalon, a region of the brainstem that surrounds the third ventricle, contains the hypothalamus, which is the center of the autonomic nervous system. Because the hypothalamus and the brainstem is involved, physical symptoms such as dizziness, lightheadedness, anemia, and difficulty waking up in the morning appear. And it is caused by certain parts of the body that affect the function of the hypothalamus. It's the neck. When you have a problem with your neck, the function of the hypothalamus is disrupted, and the balance of the autonomic nervous system is also disrupted. Prescriptions are symptomatic treatments. If you just take medicine without doing any treatment for the cause of your neck pain, you will only feel better while you are taking the medicine, and when you stop taking it, the symptoms will reappear. Only the person himself/herself can understand the severity of the symptoms, so those around him/her may misunderstand that the person is lazy or slacking off. To avoid making the mistake of thinking it's a matter of how you feel and yelling at people to get motivated, etc., explain it to those around you properly, and tell people other than the person who has orthostatic adjustment disorder, etc. It is important that you understand the autonomic nervous system. For those whose symptoms do not improve even after going to the hospital, please cooperate in gathering information about the autonomic nervous system, and do not give up and find the correct treatment for your neck. Orthostatic control disorder is one of the symptoms of autonomic nervous system imbalance, which occurs due to an imbalance in the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system controls the contraction and expansion of blood vessels, and its center is the hypothalamus and the brainstem. The area that affects the function of the hypothalamus is the neck. If you feel well only when you are taking the hospital's prescription, it is symptomatic treatment and cannot be called a cure. It is important to treat your neck correctly. If you would like to learn more about the neck, which is the cause of orthostatic adjustment disorder, and information on the correct treatment for the neck that will improve orthostatic adjustment disorder, please see the URL of the Smile Trouble Consultation Room homepage in the summary section. Please click on the There is no consultation fee. We look forward to your call. Let's properly treat the neck that is the cause of autonomic nerve imbalance, improve the symptoms of orthostatic control disorder, and live a healthy life. Thank you for watching the video.